A very warm good evening and welcome to all my listeners today. I'm Sanjay Roshan Talwar presenting to you the fourth day of the beginner's session for Vishuddhi Chakra. So we will first bow the Holy Mother, Shri Mataji, and we will take our bandhans and raise our kundalini. As you all know how to do it, I'll do it, you can do along with me. Thank you. Please place both your hands on your laps. And I will start with saying that Vishuddhi is the fifth chakra and in our subtle system, and it is the fourth chakra which is above our Kundalini. One is below it, that is the Ganesha's chakra, which is Muladhara. The significance, I'll just do a small recap. The significance of Vishuddhi chakra is that it makes us human, the true meaning of our existence. It gives us the true meaning to life in whatever we do. So, when the Kundalini rises up to the Vishuddhi chakra, which is at the throat level, this is the thoracic plexus. And at this level, the Kundalini breaks into the Agya on the center of the brain, on its upward journey on the spine, and then it breaks out of the Sahasrara as the cool breeze which you can feel on top of your head when you took your realization. Thereafter, all the pervading power which is beyond, which is unknown to man before realization, that is the God's all-pervading power of His love, that it gets into our brain cells and it is communicated to us through the Vishuddhi chakra in the form of vibrations, which we can feel on our palms, on our fingers. And the presiding deity of the Vishuddhi chakra is Krishna, Lord Krishna, and his consort Radha. It has two aspects, the left and the right. The left, it comes from our left channel, the Ida Nadi, and the right is the Pingala Nadi. So the left denotes our past and the right denotes our future. And the expression of the Vishuddhi chakra is such that only when it is in balance, that it allows the Kundalini to connect with the all-pervading power. And also it allows the power to flow through our central nervous system. And the whole idea of doing meditation is established by this chakra, because that is the point at which we feel the vibration. Now, this is nothing but the collective consciousness that comes to us. Because in the early part, when we were not realized, we were in an unconscious state. And then from an unconscious state, the Kundalini becomes conscious of itself at the heart level, where it enlightens the heart and our attention. And then both of them, when they rise above the Agya into the Sahasrara, the flow of vibrations which come back into our central nervous system on the Vishuddhi chakra, they provide us with certain beautiful qualities which we begin to experience as we meditate. Means the first quality is that in our thoughtless awareness, we can feel the surroundings around us. We can communicate with our surroundings and we relate to our surroundings. Now, how do we do this through the Vishuddhi chakra? One is we speak, we are diplomatic, we are sweet. So all these good qualities that come into us is through this meditation. So if you have bad qualities of speech, if you're angry, if you're upset and you're shouting, so that catches on our right Vishuddhi because that is our aggressive part of the right side. And similarly, if you're very dreamy and you don't act much, you don't do much work, you're lethargic, and your relationships are not so good with your sister, particularly, especially other family members, then the left Vishuddhi catches. And the relationship between the right and the left Vishuddhi is such that when you make aggressiveness and you try to overpower people and try to, prove your point all the time, and you want to aggress everybody, then at that time you start to feel bad because you know somewhere inside you that you are not doing the right thing and the other person is getting hurt. And that hides on your left side in the form of the left Vishuddhi, which is the guilt. And so these are the aspects of the Vishuddhi Chakra that we have to be very careful. If we have to be balanced and in the center, we need to be not guilty. First point. And second point is that we have to be very sweet in our expression. Means, how do we be sweet? Because the Kundalini has gone through the heart level up to the Vishuddhi Chakra, it carries the sweetness of the heart, the love of the heart. That's where the love is stored. That's when you tell mother, mother, please come to my heart. And then you can express that to the other people. And how does it impact you? Is that it gives you beautiful relationships with the world. Means there are times when we are never aware of around us how this beauty is. So to be able to see the beauty, to be able to enjoy the beauty, and to be able to relate to the beauty. So the beauty can be in human beings, so it can give us good relationships. We can be extremely diplomatic in handling matters. We can become very responsible, and we can, in a way, be in charge of everything. Means this chakra is so very important that it gives us that level of human awareness which the animals don't have. So at the human level, when man raises his head up onto the sky, he is to ascend to a higher level of consciousness. And this is called collective consciousness. I hope I'm able to make myself clear about this. So we will now speak a little about the left Vishuddhi and the right Vishuddhi. So those of you who feel very guilty, those of you who feel very downtrodden, those of you who feel that you have been aggressed and you have no way to express yourself out of that situation, you can clear your left Vishuddhi by putting your left hand on your lap and your right hand across to the left side of your neck, and then you can turn your neck to the other side. And here you have to say the mantra of Vishnu Maya, right? So now we'll say the mantra. You know how to say the mantras? Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Vishnu Maya Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Stay like that. In your heart, you have to say 16 times, Mother, I am not guilty. Please say it. It will help you to improve your left vision. Say it in your heart 16 times, Mother, I am not guilty. Now, with your left hand on your palms facing towards the screen, your right hand onto your neck, and we'll say the mantra of Sri Radha Krishna. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Radha Krishna Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Mother, please make me a sweet person. Please make me a good diplomat. Now, your right hand towards Mother and your left hand towards your right Vishuddhi. And here we will say the mantra of Sri Vithala Rukmini. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Vithala Rukmini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Mother, I am not the doer. Mother, I am not the doer. Say this in your heart 2-3 times. Now, put both your hands on your laps. And I'm sharing with you a small song that I recorded when my Vishuddhi Chakra cleared by Shri Mataji 35 years back. And when I recorded this song, she told me that this is coming straight from a very clean Vishuddhi. So I hope you enjoy it, and your Vishuddhi should be cleared by hearing this mantra. By this song, sorry. May the song be played. It's a video.
चढ़ी है सहस्त्रार पार करी
ऐसी ये फुहार चली है हाथों से बह निकली
चली अनहद से बह निकली
कंठ सो यूं निकली कि बांसुरी बजने लगी कि बांसुरी बजने लगी दिल की है तार
तेरा ये सहारा करे हमें न्यारा, जाने जग सारा माँ तुम हो सहारा।
ऐसी ये फुहार चली है, हाथों से बह निकली।
आँखों में प्रीत भरी अलंकृत करने लगी।
आँखों में प्रीत भरी अलंकृत करने लगी।
प्रेम को अर्थ धरी ये जीवन रस में करी, ये जीवन रस में करी। अंग सो अंग लगी है, पावन करती चली। लगे जग सारा मुझको है प्यारा, तूने है संवारा करके इशारा।
तेरा ये सहारा करे हमें न्यारा, जाने जग सारा माँ तुम हो सहारा।
ऐसी ये फुहार चली है, हाथों से बह निकली।
We will now listen to Srimata ji telling us something about the Vishuddhi Chakra. Please stay in your meditative state and listen to Srimata ji's speech. Thank you.
So when we talk of communications, first of all, the greatest thing is the communication between human beings. And when we have to think of the communication with the human beings, many people think that by aggression you will communicate better, which is not true. I mean, if somebody wants to get something out of someone, say, so you go there and just talk. I have to have, how can I do it? This, that. As it is, it's no. But if you are sweet and start talking sweetly, then 99% will definitely dissolve. So to dissolve people with sweetness, how to do it, that trick one has to learn. How with sweetness you can dissolve people. This is one of his special qualities, that you talk to someone in such a manner, genuinely, in a very sweet manner, and the problem between you and that person will be dissolved. Absolutely. Now there are many tricks. How to talk to someone is one of the biggest things one has to learn. First of all, you must always show that you are less intelligent than another person. like I'm talking to scientists, I will say, I'm sorry, I don't know any science, no good for scientists. So they feel, oh, very good. If you have to talk to some musician, you must say, I don't know any music. No, I've learned a little bit, but not much. Musician feels very happy. You may call it a pampering of the ego. You may call it. But there's no harm in saying that I am nothing compared to you. So the first trick is complete humility when you talk to another person. It's a sign of greatness. It's a sign of fulfillment. As the trees, when they are laden with fruits, they bend down. So the first of all, if you say, I am no one, I don't understand anything, but I would like to hear. This is first. First quality of communication is to be extremely humble about yourself. Another person should not know who you are. And there's a lot of fun in it. Say, for example, now, I can say about myself that my husband was very highly placed in India. But I met a friend in Delhi. She was studying with me in school and in college. And she asked me, where do you live? I told her in Meena Bagh, which was just a useless, small little place meant for very ordinary officers, because they had not allotted us any house or anything. So temporarily we were there. She said, what is your husband doing? I said, doing so is some government servant. I didn't tell her. He came down. So he just looked at me and smiled. He said, do you know him? I said, he's my husband. She was shocked. He's your husband? Oh my God, why didn't you tell me? Immediately the whole thing changed. And she felt so ashamed of herself. She had started looking down upon me that I'm married to some clerk or someone. So the best thing is to play down. Play down everything. Now I know of certain Sahaja-yogis, they say, oh, mother has given me such powers, I can do this, I can do that. This boastfulness is of no use. I haven't got any powers, you see. I am a Sahaja-yogi, that's all. But if you want, I can try. So, is to play down as much as you can. Practice this at home. First practice, and then don't do it. So that is one of the greatest qualities of communication with others. Second thing, I think in the whole of Gita, if you read it, this one very important thing is krodhat vijayati samoha. See, among all the worst things that we have, according to him, we have 6 enemies. But in Gita, he started with krodha. He said, starts with krodha, with anger. If you have anger within you, then you are not a master at all. There's no need for a master to get angry, because he can play about. He can make you dance like this. What is the need to lose your temper? But that mastery, if you don't have, of handling people, then after 5-6 minutes of talk, your voice starts raising and something starts barking. Because that temper is still inside you burning. But for a master, there should be no temper. No need. He has started with Krodha, that with the Krodha all problems stopped, from one to another to another to another. So we should watch out if we are angry people. Anger comes from Vishuddhi. Starts from liver, Vishnu, but expressed through Vishuddhi. Face becomes red, eyes become red. From the mouth, you start saying all kinds of horrible things, and the whole expression becomes so different when you are angry. So this anger is to be seen. Where is it? Within us, where is it, this anger? Liver? All right, I'll put it right. So to master it, you have to face yourself clearly. Many people have seen, people say, Mother, this lady is such a hot-tempered woman, she's so dominating. She does this, she does that. But if you tell her, no, I don't do that way. No, I'm very good. But how others are saying that? I don't know, but I'm very good. Finished. If somebody is saying that, then you watch yourself. Do you get into tempers or not? Are you losing your temper? It's very easy to make it out and face. So the trick of the trade is to face yourself and see for yourself how much you are lacking. So first is humility, which should be genuine. And secondly is equanimity. No temper. There is no need to take to temper. At the most you can say, hey, what are you doing? Why are you doing that way? Now if you do something, maybe something I might say which I do not like, so I don't want to say like that. At the most, up to that point is all right, that you should say that I dislike it. But not to go further with it. If you just stop at a point, then this habit of getting into temper will go away. This arrogance will go, which has to go. This arrogance has to go, this temper has to go, and then you will be surprised, you will feel very much relieved. Because this anger, once it comes in, reacts and catches your left Vishuddhi, and you become guilty. You feel very bad. Why I said so? I should not have said this. So Vishuddhi is finished. Left Vishuddhi means it's a headache. It goes on accumulating like a storehouse there, all your anger, temper, whatever you have. And this left Vishuddhi catches. And you know the problems of left Vishuddhi. So if you get angry with someone, don't feel guilty. But go before the mirror and slap yourself nicely twice. Now you get angry with yourself. Let me get angry. Then stand before the mirror. Shoot, like that. In the same manner as you get angry, try to act. So you never feel guilty. Or maybe more angry would be better. So you empty out your left Vishuddhi. Next time you won't do it. But feeling guilty means you'll again repeat the same thing. So this temper is expressed by men differently and women by differently. And I'm very much worried about the women sometimes because they take to water power. Then I'm lost. But those who have ego too much cry much more. That's the sign. I've seen. If you say anything to them, immediately they start crying. Because already the left Vishuddhi is there full, like a full balloon. When you touch them, it becomes water. But men, their temper is different style, as you know. very well. That when they get angry, they might fight with each other, box everyone, and then settle down nicely and have something to drink. Let us have it out, you see, they'll say. Take out. But women don't. They keep it there. And once they keep it, then it becomes tears. It starts coming down. So these are just tears out of joy, happiness, that's different. Or out of feelings for others. But it's not that. But it's tears just to impress another person that you are very sad or something.
So for today's session, we thank Shri Mataji for such lovely words. We hope we have been able to understand what Vishuddhi means in our lives. So we will now close this session for today, and we will be back to you on Friday with the fifth session. Maybe more aspects about the Vishuddhi and take you further on to the knowledge and experience, of course. Thank you very much. We will now close the session by raising our Kundalini and giving ourselves a bandhan. Jai Shri.